Do you love trying new makeup? So do I. Since moving to South Korea, there were so many different makeup brands I wanted to try. But what if you are on a really small budget? So I went to Daiso, which is basically this amazing dollar store, and tried to get a full makeup look done with only Daiso products. All of the products are made in Korea, and I thought all of the packaging was really cute. They have two main lines, with FIKÄ and 070, with a selection of cushion foundations, blush, lip products, eyeshadow palettes, and so on. For concealer and eyebrow pencil, I had to settle for other products from Daiso because they didn't have those in these lines. 070 had one or two mascaras, but for some reason I got the other one. So, let's give it a try. Before I put on any makeup, I make sure that my face and my lips are moisturized to prep them for the products I'm going to put on. I usually don't use foundation, but for the sake of this video I bought a cushion foundation as well. I tried different ones at Daiso and bought the one that was lightest in texture and felt nice on my skin. With FIKÄ had cushion foundations in the shades 21 and 23. 070 had light beige and beige, which are the common shades here in Korea. As I applied it, I noticed that it really does feel quite light and moisturizing on my skin. And it definitely gives you that dewy finish that is very common here in Korea. Now let's move on to concealer. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but you have to press quite hard to get some product out of there. And then suddenly I had a big blob of it on my face. Oi! This is what happens when you press too hard. Yep, that's definitely too much product. Next, eyebrows. The comes out when you spin it. I usually use powder and an angled brush to do my eyebrows, so I'm excited to see if I can make it work with this pencil. Ooh, I like the brush. Next, let's go with blush. This is really light. I'm not sure if this is gonna be visible at all. Oh, it is. Oh, that surprised me. This does not come with a brush or an applicator, so if you don't have one, you should get one too. Oh. I thought the blush is not going to be visible at all, but this actually surprised me. And I kind of like the color. This orangey color. This is nice. Next I'm gonna try the eyeshadow palette. The eyeshadow palette comes with an applicator with a sponge applicator on one end and a brush on the other end. First I swatched all the colors on my hand. I'm gonna use the white shimmer first. I have to say that the brush does not feel all that nice on the skin because the strings are quite plasticky. Don't use a brush, the brush feels horrible. Oh well. That was too much. Since this is more glittery than like a smooth shimmer, I think it's better to apply this as the last step, not the first like I just did. It's actually more of a glitter than a shimmer. Like the glittery particles are quite big. Now I'm using the light beige color as a base on my eyelids and to prevent creasing. Next I'm gonna try the lightest brown color. Let's try the second lightest brown shade next. Oh, whoa! Yeah, this is more pigmented than I expected. So these lighter brown shades are quite orange and warm. I think I'm probably gonna use them more during spring, summer than now in winter. I'm gonna use the dark brown shade with the sponge as kind of an eyeliner. I like this color. Now I'm going to use the brown shimmer on the center of my lids. Since the brown shimmer isn't all that glittery, I'm going to apply some of that white glitter on the center of my lids as well. To finish with the eye makeup, let's now apply the mascara. Welcome to Seoul. I bought 2 shades of powder lip tint and I'm gonna try the color Cherry first because I think it is the lighter one of the two. The application is a little messy. I have powder here on my desk now. The color is beautiful. I think the color and the powdery finish look really nice. But I think in winter it might be a little too drying because it gets dry instantly when you put it on, obviously, because it's powder. This is when I blended it out. I'm not gonna try to put it like really strong and see if it has the same effect as a really full-on red lipstick. Try not to make a mess here. Since powder lip tint is a little drying, I'm trying to put some lip balm on top and see if it does any good. The balm makes it definitely more comfortable, and after waiting a bit and patting it lightly with my finger, it got that matte finish back. Okay, so since I want to try the other lip tint as well, I'm gonna try and remove this with makeup wipes, which I also got from Daiso a while ago. So the second color I'm trying is Marsala. It looked really nice on my hand when I tried it at the store. I could almost remove everything from my lips, but you definitely still see some reddish tone. That's why I chose the lighter color first. I thought it's the lighter color. It was actually quite red. It's called Cherry. I thought it's gonna be pink. It's quite red. I'm gonna apply this as a full lip so that you can see the color. I didn't make as big of a mess as before, but it's still got some product on my chin. So all in all, I have to say I was definitely most surprised about the blush because I was sure you're not gonna see anything. But it's a nice color and it actually showed. I think it even showed on camera. Yeah, those lip tints, nice color. I thought the second one, Marsala, is gonna be a little more dark and a little more brown, but it's still a nice color, so I'm not complaining. If you use the eyeshadow palette, don't use the brush part because that's kind of painful on your eye, but I'm sure everyone has a brush, or if you don't have a brush, then you can get one as Daiso as well. They even had some brush sets if you want a whole new set. They have the brush set with different kinds of brushes and different sizes for different things. This is the first time I'm trying a cushion foundation, and I have to say I don't feel anything on my skin, so that's nice. It feels really light. I don't feel anything anywhere. The only thing I feel is the lip tint, but also only when I move my lips. So when I'm speaking, I feel the lip tint, that it's kind of if there's something on there because it's a little drying, but if you put like some Vaseline or some lip balm on top, it was okay. It's gonna take away some of that matte finish, but if you just let it sink in for a while and take off the top layer of the balm, then it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna leave this on today and tune back in later to tell you if it's long lasting or not.
6 hours later.
Hello guys! So a few hours have passed since I applied the makeup. I have to say sometimes automatically when I have makeup on I do this because I know it usually creases under, the concealer usually creases under my eyes. But I checked in between in the mirror and it didn't crease as much as I thought it would. It was a really small line, so not as noticeable. Where it definitely did crease was here around the nose and, you know, when you're laughing, which I do a lot. There was a fine line here, but I see like Koreans so many times during a day they not really put more product but blend, I think, those creases. So I think it's pretty normal and I didn't notice any kind of discoloration or something from the foundation. Still, I'm not really used to the really dewy finish now. Sometimes I think, oh my god, it looks so dewy, but then you see other people even more shiny and it's just normal here. So it's a thing you have to get used to, or you can get used to, or I mean you can always use a setting powder and make it more matte. The lip, it survived my bananas and the cookies I ate, or the kind of wafers, but the apple I ate was its death, so it did not survive that, but that's understandable I guess. And you still, because it's a tint, you still have a color, a light shade of reddish pink, so not all gone. There's no creases at all on my eyelids, I think. And I have to say, for the foundation, I don't feel anything. It doesn't feel dry, it doesn't feel heavy, I don't feel like I have anything on. Just see it in the mirror because I'm used to my skin being without foundation, so I think I can see it, but it doesn't look that unnatural. So all in all, I'd say pretty good. Mascara was holding up. Eyeshadow's still there. Cheeks still there. Foundation is okay. So, not bad, not bad. So tell me what you think about these products and if you would try any yourself, and if there's any other products in Korea that you would like me to try, Daiso or not Daiso, whatever, just leave a comment and tell me. I will try to do that. I still use most of the products, some of them daily. I'd say the products I use the least are the concealer, because it's kind of annoying that it's so hard to get the right dosage of the product out of the tube. And the powder lip tints, although I kind of want to try wearing them now that the weather isn't as cold anymore and my lips don't tend to get as dry. So that's it for the video. I hope you liked it and it was helpful in some way. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching and hit that subscribe button if you don't want to miss my upcoming videos. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching, have a lovely day and see you in the next one. Bye!